Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to Bedtime Stories with Monica. I'm so excited to share these stories with you guys. As a child, I grew up with my grandmother, and every night she would read me and my little brother a story. It was a very special time for us. As a grandmother myself, it's a very special time when my grandchildren come over and we share a bedtime story before they go to sleep. Tonight, for our very first story, we're going to read a story about Simba from The Lion King. You guys probably know Simba from the movie and know the adventures that he had in that. This is another story that you may not know about him. Okay guys, let's see what Simba gets up to. Simba was going to be king one day. He knew that, but right now his father, Mufasa, was king of the Pride Lands. Simba was just a cub. If you guys don't know, a cub is a small child, sort of like you are. A very special cub, but still a cub. It would be a long time before he was ready to take command of his kingdom. You can see there where Simba is with his dad. Simba's a little guy, but whenever he becomes a big guy like his dad, he'll be the king. And on this page, there's Simba with his mommy, taking a bath. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Some of you guys love bath times. My grandbabies do, but a lot of kids hate it. Okay, let's see what he gets up to. His elders were always trying to teach him things so he would be a good king. Mufasa, his father, took him for a walk. "Look, son," he said, "everything that the sun touches will be yours someday." "Yes, Dad," Simba said, but he was watching a line of ants that was marching toward their anthill. "Simba, pay attention," Mufasa said. How many of you guys have had your parents tell you to pay attention when they were trying to tell you something, but you were busy looking at something else? My grandbabies get distracted by toys and candy and things like that. Zazu took him out to Antelope Hill to see the sunrise, but Simba did not keep up. He was watching a nightjar singing in a tree. A nightjar is a bird. "Why do you dawdle so?" Zazu said in exasperation. "We'll miss the sunrise." "But look at that bird," Simba said. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's pretty small, but there's a little bird right there that is distracting Simba from listening to Zazu, his father's advisor, on what he's trying to show him. Rafiki took him to the Cave of Wonders to see the amazing pictures on the walls. The pictures had been there since the beginning of time, it was said, but it was well past lunchtime when they got there. The whole way there, Simba was busy trying to pounce on a grasshopper. Rafiki just smiled and shook his head. "Simba," said his mother, "why do you dawdle all the time? You're always looking at some little thing, and we never get anywhere." "But I like the little things, Mom," said Simba. "Let's not go so fast." His mother smiled. One day, Zazu woke Simba up early. "Time to get up, Master Simba," said Zazu. "We'll be going on a long, long walk today." "Why?" Simba asked, sleepily rubbing his eyes. "Your father has asked me to show you the furthest part of the Pride Lands," said Zazu. "Let's bring Nala too," said Simba. For those of you who haven't watched The Lion King, Nala is Simba's best friend. Do you guys have a best friend? Taking them along with you on an adventure makes it a whole lot more fun, doesn't it? "Look at your kingdom," said Zazu. "Isn't it grand?" "Look, Nala," said Simba. "This mud is so much fun." "Please, Master Simba," Zazu pleaded. "We have a long way to go. You can't dawdle so much." "Go away, bee," said Nala, waving her paw. "I hate bees." "We must respect all creatures from the buzzing bee to the leaping antelope," said Zazu. Even the hyenas? Asked Simba. I hate hyenas, said Nala with a shudder. They're scary. They kept on going, on and on. Zazu kept talking about all the things Simba would rule one day. Mm-hmm, said Simba. Hey, look at this stick. It's shaped like a lizard. And look at these, Zazu. Certainly not, harumphed Zazu. We have important business today. No time to look at every little thing. Now, Zazu uses some big words sometimes, like harumphed and dawdled. Dawdled means to take your time, to move a little slowly when someone's trying to rush you. And harumphed is whenever you're not really wanting to listen to what somebody is saying and you're getting a little annoyed with them. No, said Simba. Look at this. I order you. He made his voice as princely as possible. Yes, Master Simba, sighed Zazu. He bent over to see what Simba was looking at. Hyena tracks, yelled Zazu. Good heavens! We've strayed out of the Pride Lands. We must hurry home. But it was too late. The hyenas had spotted them. Run, Master Simba! Run, Nala! Zazu cried. Run towards home! They all took off, going as fast as they could. Behind them, the hyenas followed. Back to the Pride Lands! Head for the far side of the watering hole, squawked Zazu. If they follow us there, they'll have to answer to your father. At last, they were safe in the Pride Lands. Thank goodness you saw those footprints, Master Simba, said Zazu. I was so busy looking at the big things, I forgot to look at the little ones. I guess it was pretty lucky you had me along, right, Zazu? Said Simba. It certainly was, Master Simba, said Zazu. It was lucky indeed. And this, guys, is the end of the first story of Bedtimes with Monica. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did and you want to see more Lion King stories or more Disney stories, hit the like button on this channel and subscribe to it. If you have any ideas of another story you would like to hear me read, add that in the comments, and if I can find the book, I can read it to you. Next week, join us for another special story. This time, we're going to read The Bernstein Bears. This is indeed a special book for one of my grandbabies. My babies sometimes forget their manners, and this story reminds us of how important manners are and how important it is to listen to what your mama tells you. So join me next time. Have a good night and sweet dreams.